Hey, we made it through another week in December. And for those of you who celebrate, it is the week of Christmas, which I don't know about you guys, but it's gonna feel super weird this year, doing everything separate from my family, having a lot of understanding with the United States Postal Service and how everything is getting delivered. Uh, and I'm excited to have essentially like 12 days of presents too, because I think that most of them probably won't arrive until afterwards. And I'm okay with that, because if it's one thing I've learned this year, it's that we just kind of don't have control over anything, and we're just gonna, all we can do is just keep on keeping on. So I'm just gonna skip right to it because I have a lot of ground to cover in this show and only about 10 to 12 minutes to do it. This week I had the insane pleasure and honor of getting to talk to Anthony Green. And we talked about so much stuff, but in particular, we really focused on the challenge of being a musician during this time and what it means for us, what we feel like our role should be, how we feel like we should be creatively existing during this time. So here's an excerpt from that conversation with Anthony Green.
I just know that for what we're going through, for what I'm going through right now, and everything that does that to me in my life, I want to find something to help me grow out of it, because there's no other point.
Sure.
I mean?
And kind of to bring it even full circle, like how I felt once everything kind of started happening, it wasn't so much that I felt like I'm losing myself in the shuffle, like people are forgetting what I did. It was almost like I was struggling with the heaviness of what was going on in the world.
Yeah.
And like kind of the mentality being like, well, who the fuck am I to say anything about this right now?
Exactly.
Like,
No,
I
yeah.
don't think it's my, like, I think musicians as a whole, like, we take what's going on in the world and we put it to music, and we can definitely create a soundtrack for the time, but like, I don't know that right now is the right time for me to be saying my piece on it.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I think that at the very beginning, I was like, holy shit, like, why do I go out and play music for people to begin with? You know what I mean? And then I started thinking like, shit, like I am irrelevant. Like, and my perspective is irrelevant.
Yes,
And
exactly.
I've been coming to the table and with this thing, and I don't I don't understand. Like, I have been so privileged my entire life, and everything that I've come out with, like, that has been such of a place of privilege, and even just my ability to do this, as I wouldn't have had it, and so I'd probably still be in jail for stuff I did when I was 19 and 20, if I wasn't white, and so I feel like when that hit me, I was like, I don't think I want to do that. I think I need to do something that's going to be more productive, to help counterbalance. But at some point, you just have to. For myself, I'm feeling like I just need to know when to listen and shut the fuck up, and and that it's okay for me to make songs still, and then for me to write songs still, and to express myself from my perspective. And
Sure. Absolutely.
I just want to make sure that whatever I'm doing, I'm doing it with like all the things that I'm learning about how just the world that I was raised in has just mowed other people down, and just counteract that in everything I do,
Yeah.
whether it's writing or making stuff. Like, Bob Dylan wrote all those songs, right? And he, like, how the fuck did that work? You know what I mean? Like, he wrote these songs, but they weren't protest songs. But I just thought, I started thinking about how he wrote how many roads does a man walk down, and how that was like this like a civil rights thing, and like how he said all this stuff. And I was like, man, I can't say anything about this. I've been complicit my whole life in a system that has been doing nothing but counteractive toward all the stuff that I'm trying to change right now, or what I want to believe in. So what do I do?
I felt like I needed to just shut up, and I felt like I needed to just listen. And I felt like
so what if we wrote songs about being able to shut up and listen? And maybe that's what our job is, as weird as people. Like, we just need to say whatever it is we think we need to do for ourselves, and try to say it to our community.
As always, full conversation will be up on my YouTube channel. It goes on for well over an hour, but it's really, really inspiring. And I want to thank Anthony again for taking the time to talk to me. So for my song number this week, I'm going to call it song number because it sounds fancy. I am doing a performance that I did for the Roger Harvey and Family Holiday Show. Just so you all know, that show will be on his YouTube until December 25th. I would try and tell you all of the amazing musicians, but if I left anyone out, I would feel really bad. So here's the flyer. And if you are able to, we all performed in the hopes that we could raise money for NIVA, which is the National Independent Venue Association, helping to raise money to keep all of our independent venues in business and afloat during this really crazy time. So I will leave you with my take on Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You, which, I'm sorry, have you heard it before? That song is really sad. Until then, please take care of yourselves and each other. Wishing you all a very happy holiday. And I'll see you next week on the Kayleigh G Show. Bye, guys.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. I won't ask for much this Christmas. I won't even wish for snow. I'm just gonna keep on waiting underneath the mistletoe. I won't make a list and send it to the North Pole for St. Nick. I won't even stay awake to hear those magic reindeer click. 'Cause I just want you here tonight, holding on to me so tight. What more can I do? All I want for Christmas is you. All the lights are shining so brightly everywhere, and the sound of children's laughter fills the air, and everyone is singing. I hear those sleigh bells ringing. Santa, won't you please bring me my baby? I don't want a lot for Christmas. This is all I'm asking for. I just wanna see my baby standing right outside my door. Why just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. Baby, all I want for Christmas is you. Baby, all I want for Christmas is you. Baby.
There's this conspiracy, okay, that I believe. Adults, and I'm almost 40, so I sound like such a creep saying this, but like I just like people have been trying to convince me for the last like 15 years that squirrels are like bad. And I think it's this thing that as you get older, like everybody gets in on this thing, and it's like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? It's a squirrel.
Right.
Somebody the other day was like, the squirrel like had a nest in their garage, and it's like doing all this damage to the garage or something. And I was like, dude, that fucking squirrel belongs there. Like, make peace with that squirrel. Like, that sucks. What your situation? I don't know about that squirrel. I don't know anything. I'm not gonna make any judgments on that squirrel. I'm just saying, if a squirrel came in here right now, I would get off this thing right here, and I would do anything for squirrel contact.